This farm historically has been conventionally farmed for over 100 years, and we see the impact that it's had on the soil. So everything we do aims to rebuild the soil health, but also builds the health of the people in our communities.
And to see the difference of these kids when they come here and spend a day on the farm and working on the farm, how even their attitude, their outlook, how they feel, how they act, how they react, it's just changed. And it's because it's working in the soil.
One of the first things I noticed the first couple days working here is just the community that comes together around it. We have volunteers that come and help out every day.
This is a place where families can come, spend the day with their kids, work in the greenhouses, work with the animals, spend a day learning about farming, and hopefully it's going to change lives. It already has changed lives. This whole purpose of this farm is to be all-inclusive.
So recovering addicts and alcoholics, people with a criminal background, autistic children, like all across the board. The people that society has just kind of given up on. That's something that really touched me, I think, was being able to do that. I've always had an affinity for the underdog, for the people that are pushed away, and this is somewhere where we can actually come and feel like we're appreciated and like we actually have a purpose and something to do.
When I started telling Cookie about my missions and for Gloves on the Ground, she said, well, you can have this field and you can have this area. So this is the space right here that the front half is going to be perennials and medicinals. Further on down at the end is where I'm going to be doing my mission, which is to bring complex seeds back into people's collections in their gardens and their farms. We're growing these seeds to show the negative effects of war.
Having a story behind what goes in here can go really deep in offering healing for people and connecting to the land. And the more people that we can get connected to the land through a story and through a history and through relation, the more people we have beginning to open their minds up to what regenerative agriculture can be.
Rodale Institute has been providing advice to farmers for over 70 years, but this organic crop consulting service started as an attempt to help businesses, conventional farmers, beginning farmers, and landowners transition farmland to organic production.
I tried to do it a couple times, but it's a huge project, and you have to have the right people to walk in with. I did some research and I came across Rodale, and I think it probably coincided with just about the time that they started doing their consulting. And that's exactly what I was looking for, was a consultant, because I really wanted to do it right.
Cookie and her team gave us a call, and she wanted to start a diversified organic vegetable farm, but also an animal sanctuary and have a place for the community to gather and have a farm stand. We thought, well, that's really, really ambitious.
I spoke to Sam, they were very responsive. I emailed them. They ended up coming down to look at the land.
They were really, really helpful with us not really being farmers. They answered a lot of our initial questions that we had, and they did an amazing job just putting into our terms a way that we could understand how we were going to get started.
When we finally met Cookie and her team, they were just such a great group and full of go-getters. We knew after we left the farm that they were going to be able to pull it off.
He didn't come in and go, you got to do this and you got to do that. What he did was help us to kind of learn to think on our own.
And we've made some mistakes, but they're patient and they're understanding, and they really have given us the direction to take.
He made himself very readily available to me. He gave me his cell phone number, same with Emily, and anytime I had a question, I could just pick up the phone, call him.
We see Rodale Institute through its organic crop consulting service being an integral part of supporting farms just like Reed's.
We have a lot of work to do to build up the soil and bring everything in. Just being able to go through that whole process of healing the land with the intention of creating a space that can be healing for the community is really, really exciting.